One of the most important experiences that shaped who I am today was starting my university career. Before that, I didn't really have a clear idea of what I wanted for my future. But when I began studying to become an English teacher, everything changed. I realized that teaching is not just about giving information, but about connecting with the students and helping them grow. This experience helped me become more responsible, more organized, and more aware of my goals. It also made me more confident because it started to believe in my abilities and in what I can achieve if I stay consistent. I think the people closest to me will describe me as responsible, calm, and supportive. Responsible because I always try to complete my task and meet my goals. Calm because I usually don't panic in difficult situations. I try to think before acting, and supportive because I like to help others, especially my classmates. I do agree with these words, but I also think sometimes people don't see when I feel stressed or unsure. So even if I seem calm, inside I can be overthinking things. A value that I didn't have 5 years ago is the importance of patience in the learning process. In the past, I believed that being good at something meant learning it quickly. If I didn't understand something immediately, I used to feel frustrated and even think that maybe I was not capable enough. But over time, especially through learning English, I realized that learning is not just a fast or perfect process. There were many moments when I made mistakes, forgot things, or did not understand topics right away. At first, that was discouraging, but later I understood that those mistakes were actually helping me to improve. I feel most authentically myself when I am teaching or explaining something to others. For example, when I help a classmate understand a topic, I feel confident, I feel natural or comfortable. I am not trying to impress anyone or act differently. I just focus on helping. What makes that moment feel real is that everything connects: my knowledge, my communication, and my intention. I feel useful and genuine at the same time. It's one of the few moments where I don't overthink and I just act naturally. The role that feels most like a choice in my life is being a future teacher. Is something I decided for myself, not something that was imposed by others. Every day I choose to improve, to learn new strategies, and prepare for that role. Unlike being a student, which sometimes feels like an obligation, becoming a teacher feels like a personal goal. It's something that motivates me and gives a meaning to what I do. One failure that told me something essential about my character was when I failed an important assignment because I did not manage my time mm, properly, or I remember that I left everything for the last moment, thinking I could handle it, but in the end I could not complete it well. When I got the result, I feel very frustrated and disappointed in myself. It was not just about the grade, it was about knowing that I could have done better if I had been more organized. However, that experience helped me reflect deeply. I realized that responsibility is not just about having good intentions but about taking action and being disciplined. It also made me understand that procrastination can have real consequences. Something that people don't usually notice about me is that I am very self demanding. On the outside, I may seem calm or relaxed, but internally, I put a lot of pressure in myself to do things well. I am always thinking about how I can improve, what I could have done better, or what I need to work on next. Sometimes it's helped me grow, but other times it can make me feel stressed. So it's something that I am still learning to balance. One person who has influenced my identity a lot is one of my English teachers. Um, that teacher showed me that teaching can be creative, dynamic, and meaningful. I really admire the way that the teacher are interacted with some students and make classes engaging. Because of that, I try to develop those same qualities. That influence is still present in how I see education and in the kind of the teacher I want to become. Something I haven't told many people is that I want to become a teacher who creates a real impact, not only inside the classroom, but also beyond it. For example, I would like to create projects, maybe online content or educational space where students can learn English in a more engaging and motivating way. I have noticed that many students feel insecure or think they are not good in English, and I want to change that perception. I want to my students feel confident and capable. I have not shared this goal much because I feel it's still something personal that I am building step by step. But it's definitely something that motivates me and give direction to my efforts. And, and if I had to describe my identity as a metaphor, I would say that I am like a bridge because a bridge connects two places, and I feel that I connect knowledge with students or effort with results. I am still under construction, still learning and improving, but I know my purpose is to help others move forward. That's how I see myself and who I want to become.